Surprise again, COE fans! I'll bet you weren't expecting me to be able to do this anytime soon, but thanks to my now having a new computer and a far more effective camera, I can now grace our YouTube channel with video reviews and other sorts of features with a clearer, more fluid physical presence. Hopefully you guys like it, and please feel free to let me know what you think. But I don't want to talk about that the whole time because I have a game to talk about. Today, it's all about Bully Scholarship Edition for the Nintendo Wii. Let's check it out. Now, if the title of this game sounds at all familiar to you, chances are you played it a couple years ago when it was originally released on the PlayStation 2. Known only as Bully at the time, it satisfied the hearts of chaos-happy gamers everywhere and made the lives miserable of everybody else, namely ignorant parents and the always trustworthy media. Well, someone at Rockstar apparently pitched the idea of porting this title to the Nintendo Wii and Xbox 360 due to the extra profit possibility, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Bully Scholarship Edition brings troublemaker Jimmy Hopkins to a couple of our current-gen consoles. His mother has remarried once more for who knows what number, and she's off with her new hubby to enjoy a cruise, and they don't want young James tagging along. Henceforth, our coming-of-age protagonist is dropped off at a private boarding school known as Bulworth Academy, and the rest is up to you. What's especially great about this port is how noticeable the graphics are in terms of an upgrade. Now granted, I'm talking about the Wii version here, so keep in mind that HD is not a factor here, but the widescreen and 480p conversion has helped this audio-visual offering on most fronts. Colors are more vibrant, textures are smoother, animations appear more natural, and the atmosphere all around is just livelier. The same can't exactly be said about the frame rate, which does stutter in certain instances, and the load times can be a tad excessive. Still, Rockstar did a great job with this port, and Wii owners should be very happy with the effort. The audio hasn't really changed at all from last time, but that's not really a bad thing. The music fits the theme and tone of the game so well, so there wasn't a real need to alter anything, and the voice work and sound effects rank up there in quality for Wii titles. Everybody has a convincing and passionate role, but you will run into one-liner repetition and a couple annoying characters, but still, that's very forgivable given how humorous and charming Bully really is. With the sound, it all sounds authentic, imagine that, and hearing the crackling of knuckles or the loud popping of firecrackers never grows old. Now, Bully alumnus or not, I have to point out the details of what you do in this game. Jimmy was dropped off at a school, and that means something. Essentially, the boy is on a semi-strict schedule of going to class in the morning and afternoon, and being in bed by no later than 1 a.m. Initially, James has only the basics when it comes to fistfighting and causing people grief with random items and weapons. Going to class is what allows you to upgrade Hopkins across the board, and is very encouraged to do so. Granted, you could literally play the whole game without going to class once, but it wouldn't be smart for obvious reasons. The classes from the PS2 Bully make an expected return, but Scholarship Edition adds a few more, in addition to 8 missions. A subject like Geography allows Jimmy to pinpoint hidden items strewn about Bulworth, and Photography allows you to roam around campus with a camera that can be expanded. Every class requires that you utilize the Wii Remote and Nunchuck in some capacity to receive a passing grade, and most of these mini-games are a nice distractive fun. For instance, Chemistry has you perform simple gestures with the controllers to create concoctions that unlock the ability to use a personal chemistry set in your dorm room. Others, like Biology, use the Wii Remote's IR so you can slice open dead organisms and extract their innards trauma center style. A couple of the classes, like Biology and Music, aren't particularly interesting and somewhat stiff to carry out, but for the most part, it's great content and gameplay. When you're not in class, you're able to do any number of activities. Complete missions for students and their respective cliques, cause general mischief, take on part-time jobs outside the campus walls, or just monkey around at the local carnival. The sky isn't exactly the limit, but there's a lot of entertainment to be found in this title. In the 17 to 20 hour main plot, you use the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to execute your fighting, weapon firing, and various pranks, and it just feels great. When going toe-to-toe with someone who doesn't like you, gesturing forward with each controller simulates your punches, and it works, even if not one-to-one translation. Pass all the gym classes, and you increase Jimmy's stopping power and combos, in addition to more powerful strikes. even the local campus hobo, if you help him find 6 hidden radio transistors, teaches you some moves that he learned in the war. Sometimes fighting a student, especially a preppy, can be frustrating because they block so much and can land really punishing blows, but more often than not, you'll enjoy kicking some behind. Weapon firing, which basically encompasses your slingshot, and eventual bottle rocket launcher and spud cannon, is taken care of with your remote IR. It works wonderfully, and really helps in some of the missions where quick aiming is required thanks to the pixel-perfect precision. About those missions, they involve anything from simple fetch quests, which thankfully are few, to taking on entire hostile factions to show them who's boss and unlock a safe house that allows you to not be forced to take shelter in your initial dorm room setting. Every task is awesome to experience because of who you screw over and who you don't is very well balanced and lends to some very unforgettable reactions amongst the Bullworth population. Plus, 99.9% of these scenarios involve causing some sort of pain to somebody, and, when was that ever not enjoyable in a video game? Bully Scholarship Edition is 6 chapters long, and each one is a treat. Lastly, Scholarship Edition shipped with a mode not available in the PS2 title, and that's 2-player versus. With a controller combo for each participant, one person handles Jimmy and the other Gary Smith, who's a general pain in the butt in the main game, and you compete for the first finish or highest score in various minigames inspired by the Bullworth classes and others unique to the offering. Obviously, you shouldn't want this game just for that, but if you're not after the 100% completion, which requires a great deal of accomplishment, then this could provide a pleasant distraction. Thus, it should come as no surprise that I award this port of Bully, subtitled Scholarship Edition, on the Nintendo Wii with an 8.5 on 10, which results in a Project CUE Silver Medal. Seriously, if you're hungry for a serious game on Wii, and you have never played the original, or even if you have, you can't go wrong in picking this one up. It's so much fun and so memorable. 2 ideals that mean a lot in gaming. Alrighty then, thank you very much for checking out this video review. We always appreciate your loyalty here at Project CUE. And in my case, I hope you enjoyed what I had to say about Wii Bully, and look forward sometime soon to my critique of the indie game project on Nintendo DS, Insecticide. Until then, I encourage you to check out my Bully Writ review, which should be live on our site soon. Thanks again, and I'll see y'all later.